Welcome back. A new mission for the 128th Air Refueling Wing in Milwaukee this weekend, working to secure a new fleet.
And now the wing's new commander, Colonel Charles Merkel, is with us.
You're in the air, you're trying to connect up with another.
At Milwaukee's 128th Air Refueling Wing,
this picks up and there's a bigger glass that you can see up in there. And then they're lying on their stomach and they're looking out the back.
we're inside the KC-135, one of their 10 planes in the aging fleet, first built in the 50s and 60s. The 128th still uses them today to fuel other aircraft midair and assisting in missions around the world. Now the bid for newer, more powerful fleet, the KC-46A Pegasus. The 128th, one of 15 finalists nationwide to house them.
So having those updated aircraft, what is that going to do for the wing overall?
Well, that would guarantee us a flying mission here for decades to come. And that's one of the things we want to do. We're always thinking about modernizing our facility and making sure that we're taking care of the facility in the best way possible, but also posturing ourselves for future missions.
So what happens if you don't get that bid and receive those
question.
new aircraft? I mean, are we talking about the wing closing?
We hope that's not the case. There's always options in the Air National Guard, but what we're really focused on right now is that new tanker. That's the best we can do is to compete for that, and we'd be thrilled to be named for basing the KC-46 here.
What does that look like between now and whenever that decision is made? How are you advocating that you need that aircraft here?
Part of it is doing what we're doing right now, is getting the word out, letting people know who we are and what we do and what we offer to the city of Milwaukee in terms of jobs, educational benefits, career opportunities for people that are interested in the military. Part of it is building local awareness to that. And the other part is engaging our elected officials and letting them know that this process is going on and pushing them that information.
You talked earlier just about the coordination and the connection between an aircraft like this and even the F-35s in Madison. Just last year, Truax Field in Madison got the new F-35s. How much of an impact will that decision and even Madison getting those F-35s play into the bid and whether or not the wing here is granted these new aircraft?
Well, we're trying to look at that as a positive and saying, all right, we want to pair up the newest tanker with the newest fighters, and there's some synergy there.
Is there something that you can't do now here that you will be able to do with these new aircraft?
So the new aircraft, again, the primary mission with the new airplane would also be air-to-air refueling, just like we do with this. Our primary mission is to pass fuel to other airplanes while we're airborne. But the new tanker does bring with it increased cargo capability. This airplane, the 135, can hold 6 pallet positions. The KC-46 can hold 18, so it's significantly bigger.
You're a Wisconsin native, a Marquette grad. I'm sure it brings you a lot of pride to serve in your position right now here in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
What would you say about Wisconsin's National Guard?
It's fantastic. It really is, and we have the Army National Guard and the Air National Guard. The Army National Guard is a little bit more focused on the state mission. The Air National Guard is a little bit more focused on our federal overseas mission, but we both do bring a lot to the state. And I'm just super proud to have been part of the fighter wing out in Madison, and then to be able to land here. And I consider Milwaukee my hometown. I grew up in Brookfield, went to school here, so being able to be stationed here at the refueling wing in Milwaukee is great.
So the next round of finalists should be announced later this summer. A final decision is still likely a year or more out.
All right, up next, the grand opening.